All right. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody can see me. Um, my name is Sylvia Skosana, and today we are here for the information session on the DPR, the NDP bridging course. Our program for today, I will be your program director, and this basically is for emerging or public relations students who are currently about to finish have already completed their diploma in public relations and are about to start looking for a way forward to say, what can I do and how can I proceed to go into honors and go into my next level. So the information that we'll be providing today is generic information that you can also find on the website, but we thought let's just have a session because we've been getting a lot of questions from students. I just wanted to show my face for 2 seconds. Now I'm going to switch off my camera. But we just want to give this information to students so that they're able to use this information to further themselves and also to engage with the possibilities that are open and available to them. Today in the session, we are going to hear testimonies from former students who completed this program, but also we're going to hear from some of the lecturers and our section head giving us clear guidelines. So what I want us to do, even as you're listening to some of the presentations today or just some of the experiences and the information that we provide today, start writing your questions in the chat box, right? So that we are able to attend to your questions as the session continues. It's important that we are going to give you information, but we want you to be able to engage with the information that you are being given. I'm recording the session, so the link will be available for those who are not able to make it today. So, to start off the session today, we've invited Mr. Tabang Masedi, one of our lecturers within the department, to come and speak to us about this program and what Elon. I'm not sure if he's in the room because I want to hand over to him. Mr. Masedi, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. You may proceed, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. I will be. I'm not so sure, Miss Sylvia. Before I can proceed, if you can allow Miss Theatre to share the screen because she'll be sharing my presentation. And in that time, as we are waiting for her, I will also share my video or screen for 2 seconds, camera for 2 seconds. Good morning, team. Dumelang, Ninjani, Ausheni, Molo, Ndemacheroni. Yeah, I think I have reached or I have tried to use all the languages and Gakilubidu obvious and away. Uh, I'm not allowed to share the video for a very long time, so I'm also somewhere in the world. Welcome to, I nearly said DPR to communication. I will be sharing a little bit about the non-purpose degree, which is usually known as a bridging course. I hope I'm audible now. Next slide, Mr. What is a bridging course? Thank you. What is a bridging course? It's actually a course that allows you or a student who's doing a diploma with UNISA to register in as a stand-in for advanced diploma. You'll note that in a normal university or in a normal situation, we will have the higher certificate, diploma, advanced diploma, and then you can proceed with your postgraduate studies. So, but because at UNISA now we do not have the advanced diploma, we then offer the NDP, which is a bridging course. It's more like a higher certificate between your diploma, which afford you opportunity to do your postgraduate studies. So this NDP or non-purpose degree consists of 5 third-year modules from communication, and they are completed within 1 year, within 1 year, with an average of 60%. This means you can either, let's assume you register for next year 2026, you can either do 3 modules first semester, 2 modules second semester. Or, because I know most of our DPR students, they are used to striving under pressure, you can register 5 modules either in the first semester or in the last semester. But what needs to be done is all these modules can be only completed in a space of a year. It depends on how you can strive and how you can work around your modules. So if you are capable to do modules, you can do 5 modules and then you take a break, then you come back in the other year. Next slide. Then who qualifies? DPR students, the students who are doing diploma in public relations or communication science, which is known as the old qualification. And even if you are doing your final year, because you don't need to wait for 2025 once you have completed to actually apply for the NDP. If this year, this semester, because this is our last semester, you are doing the final modules for your final year, you are then allowed to say when the applications open, you can actually apply for NDP. And then I will, if you check, we don't necessarily, because I think this is what makes people to have more queries. We do not necessarily have the qualification as NDP online. So what you need to do is when the applications open on the 18th of August, you can only apply for either Bachelor of Arts Honors in Integrated Communication or Organizational Communication and or honors in media studies. So you can only apply for one. So, and you must make sure that your average for final year module, third year module, DPR 3701 until the last DPR, which is 3711, I guess. Those modules, when you combine them, if there are 5, you're going to say all the modules divided by the 5, then it gives you the average of 60%. That's when you qualify to actually for NDP or for honors. But then, next slide. How then do we do that? The procedure is after you have applied for honors, remember you're not going to apply for NDP. You're going to apply for honors either in media studies, in organizational communication. And after applying the application, I think this is what most people will even have to complain or to worry. Because when you apply, it's either you will not be able to see your status if it changes to say admitted on the waiting list. Because once you have applied, the application are then referred to the Department of Communication Science for recommendations. So it means you will apply, and then because you do not qualify for honors, then they take all the applications to our department, and in the department, then they start to check and confirm if you have that 60% average. Because someone can say they have 80% average and find that they have 55 average, which doesn't qualify them to do the NDP. So once that is done, the student will be given recommendation letter, or they will be stated that they qualify, and they will be given, usually we call them letters, but in this case we'll say acceptance letter, which will be attached to the registration. And there's no need. I know there are those people who panics a lot. Guys, there's no need for you to contact the department to check or to ask for recommendation. The minute you have applied, they are just going to wait for your results. Once the results are released around the 15th of December there, then all the matters are handled by the department to verify. And then the recommendations are sent back to the Department of Applications, and the students are informed of the application outcome. Then the qualification will be changed. Well, remember, once they send the letters and the process is done within the department and the application department, then they change the qualification from honors, which you have applied, to an NDP. And mind you, on the NDP, guys, you also do not get the certificate. So do not ask for certificate or expect graduation, because this is just a bridging course which will allow you to register so that you can further your studies. And once that is done, you'll be allowed to register the NDP, which is 5 modules. Next slide, thank you. So, when to apply? Like I have already stated, during the application period for each year. So, for instance, for this year, you will only be applied. It does not even limit the students who are only doing final year. Even those who have done final year like 2 years ago or last year and they did not get opportunity to apply, you are still allowed to apply for honors this year from the 18th of August and until the closing time of the application. And once you have applied, or once the application, like I've said, that once you have applied, they will be placed on hold until your results are released. And what you can do, you can only call the just to check. Once you usually say once the results are released, but guys, usually what you guys will do is immediately after the results are released today, someone will be calling and saying, "Can I get the recommendation?" We just say as soon as they are done, you can give them like 7 days. Then from after 7 days, you can call and then check the status of your application. Then that's when the recommendation will be done. But they will not be done immediately as soon as yesterday. They are done. There's a certain time frame which you need to wait a bit before you can actually start to make follow-up. Application, as I've said, they are recommended. And then if you have applied and received the recommendation, then that is only for 2026. If in 2026 you decide not to register, and you want to register in 2026, in 2027, you will not be allowed to use the recommendation of 2026. You will have to reapply again. So for each year, it's more like a normal application. When you apply this year and you don't register, you can't say, I have applied, you accepted me in 2025. You will have to reapply again for 2026 so that they can accept you for the following year. So just note that. And next slide again. After then what? After you've completed your NDP or your non-purpose degree, you must reapply. Let's make an example. Someone has done NDP in 2025. They are going to complete their module this December or this October. So what's going to happen is now when the application reopens, you must then reapply again for your honors in organizational communication or your BA honors in media studies so that you can be given acceptance letter for 2026 to now proceed with your honors. And if you are still busy with your NDP in the semester 2, you are still allowed to apply or to reapply for the academic period, which will be 2026 in your case. And of utmost importance, non-purpose degree is only for UNISA and will not be eligible for honors at any other university. Hence, I said you do not get a certificate, you do not graduate for that. It's just the modules which will boost you to actually proceed with your studies so that you can further your studies. And because at the moment, like we have said, the advanced diploma is not yet in place. This is what is being put in place so that we do not deny you opportunity to actually proceed with your studies, because some they want to be professors, doctors, but because we do not have the advanced diploma at UNIS at the moment, we said the bridging course will play a role to afford you the opportunity. But of utmost importance, you can also try to apply next to your advanced, but this is what we are here for today, NDP, and it's important for the UNISA students and how it will benefit you. Thank you. Ms. Kosana, if you don't mind, can I take also the questions? The NDP also, it's not funded, because remember with the NSFAS, it will say you have funded once you complete the diploma in public relations or the old communication studies. So what will happen is the email will be sent to NSFAS to say Tabang Mercedes completed diploma in public relations. So for you to reapply for NDP, we call it a self-funding. But I will just check. But from what I know, it's we do not have funding like from NSFAS for NDP. Thank you. Over to you,
All
Miss.
right. I'm going to ask you to please also answer Karabo. Happy. You answer your question.
Greetings. Thank you for the opportunity. The question I wanted to ask, as you said, in like
Karabo, there's a bit of an echo. Do you mind switching? I don't know what's going on. There's a bit of an echo with you there.
hello, am I audible?
Okay, now you're clear. You may proceed.
I was asking that since Mr. Masedi was saying that you're not allowed, you do not have to apply for an honors in integrated communications, or and also at the same time you apply for media studies. Can I apply for perhaps something else as my second option? And then let's say since the results will be coming out in December, my final results will be coming out in December. What happens if then I get accepted, I get an offer for that other course that I applied for instead of the honors? Will I still be considered? Will I still have the opportunity to to take the NDP through the honors that I?
Just to answer you, Karabo, the challenging part with what you are, it's possible, but the challenge is when are they going to give you an offer? Let's assume you apply on the 18th of August. By 20 September, they give you an offer for LLB, for instance. So they will say you have 10 days to actually accept the offer for LLB. So, and if you do not accept, then it forfeit. And if you accept the offer, automatically the other offer then is rejected because already you have accepted a different offer at the same university. So you just, if you're keen to do NDP and you know that your marks are very good and you are so you are confident that you are going to get an average of 60%. Advice will be just apply for honors in either integrated communication or in the media studies. Because once you apply two options, which is from our section and the other college, they might give you an offer early. And once you don't, it's either you are not going to accept the offer, then it will forfeit, then you'll have to wait for us. But that's the challenge which you might get along the way because once you accept the other offer, so the NDP one will automatically fall out. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
Bonginkosi,
thank you.
your question? You're muted, Bonginkosi, please. And then Michelle, I'll just take both of your questions at the same time, and then Mr. Masedi can answer so that he needs to leave the meeting in 10 minutes. Bonginkosi, you may ask your question, and then Michelle. Unmute yourself, Bonginkosi. Okay, he seems to have left. Michelle, you can unmute and ask your question. Rose, you are next.
Hello.
Yes, Michelle, you can
Can you
ask
hear
your
me?
question. Yes.
Sorry, I was failing to attend the meeting on time, so maybe there's some information passed me. I wanted to ask um, the what can I say? Can I rethink again? I almost forgot.
Okay, Rose, you can ask your question as Michelle thinks.
Hello everyone. I just want to ask, after you finish the bridging course, how long is the honors gonna take? Is it a 1 year course or is it a 2 year course? Thank you.
Okay, Dineo, you can ask your question and then Mr. Masedi will answer everybody at the same time.
Hello, wanted to ask if after completing the NDP modules, then I'm not allowed to register with another university. I must register with I must register with UNISA again? Thank you.
Okay, Patrick, you can answer your question. Ask your question quickly.
Good morning, everyone. My question to Mr. Mercedes based on the advanced diploma, because advanced diploma it is on KF level 7, I think. So I want to ask if when is or maybe the institution, University of South Africa, there's any plan for implementing for that advanced diploma anytime soon, or on the process, or to do that? No, that's my question.
Okay, Michelle, you can ask your question quickly.
Okay, should I get 60% and above by my final year of diploma, or should I get 60% since my first year?
All right, Mr. Mercedes, you can answer all the questions. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. To start with, Michelle, you should get 60% average for your final year modules only. I think it's Patrick. We are on the process of creating advanced diploma, but you know that there are process and like those procedures and steps. So hence we have NDP in place so that you do not have to wait as the plan is being underway. But in the meantime, we say we can proceed with the NDP so we can do. I think when you listen to the testimonies which will be coming, you'll get how they have made it in life and how it enabled them. And then the other question was with regards to Ms. Kosana, you summarize for me.
Okay, the other question was about if I register, if I do the
Okay.
NDP, can I only register at UNISA, or can I qualify for another university?
The NDP is strictly for UNISA and for UNISA. Because remember, it's not like NQF level 7 completely. It's just we add the module so that when we do the average, it will then allow you to have is it 460 credits so that you can be able to do your honors. So hence it's only limited and you will not have certificate. You can't take certificate the academic record to example UJ, UP to do the honors, because the modules which we have added there, they might be slightly different. It's more like when you are transferring the studies from UNISA to another university. What we have in first level, it might be in their final level. So hence we only keep it for UNISA so that only UNISAs can benefit for now. And then the last question was from.
So it was asking how long is the honors program? Is it a year? Is it
Yeah, honors program it depends, but those who are strong enough, they can do it in a year. Those who are not strong enough, like myself, they can take 2 years. So it also depends on your funding and also if you are working. Sometimes those who are working, they might not have enough time to do the studies, but you have the between a year and two in most cases, depending, because we have 5 modules. It's more like NDP. You will have 5 modules, but those are year modules. The difference between NDP and the honors is in the NDP, they are all semester module, and in your honors, it's year module. So some will take 3 modules for first year and 2 modules for the final year. So some will just take all 5 modules for the whole year. And I think it's only portfolio examination which allows them to actually do the 5 modules in most cases. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to ask questions based on the chat. People are asking, students are asking, majority, after studying the NDP, can I do a PGCE? That's the first question. Then the second question is there funding from NAFSAs for the NDP module?
No, there's no NSFAS funding for NDP because it's more like added modules in it's not what is in the qualification that you have registered for, applied NSFAS for. For instance, you
Mr.
cannot
Masidi.
apply. Yes, you cannot apply for NSFAS and then you are going to do NDP, because since you cannot do that, so it's not funded. And then for PGCE, as I saw Dr. Mdu said, it's not in our department. What we can also say is, if you can check, when you will be doing those 5 modules, there are no teaching modules in those particular 5 modules of NDP. So it will not allow you to do the NDP. in a nutshell. Thank you.
All right. So in terms of funding, one of the thank you so much, Mr.
Ms.
Masedi.
Kosana, I think
Yes,
one of the
Doctor.
things that we need to clarify, the reason why this thing is called an NDP, remember, NSFAS is going to fund you for your qualification, which is a diploma, which is what they are going to fund for. The minute you do non-degree purpose, you are actually just taking modules. You are not doing a qualification, which means that NSFAS cannot fund you. I think this is something that we need to also clarify. Hence, it's called non-degree purpose. You are doing them for the non-degree purpose. So they are not part of the qualification that you were funded for, but this is just a separate bridging course that you do so that you are able to do honors. It's not part of the diploma in public relations. So this is something that also needs to be clarified. You are not doing those modules. As I remember, we are going to do all your modules, first, second, and third year modules, which are part of your qualification, which is a diploma in public relations, to which NSFAS is funding you for. The minute you do non-degree purpose outside that qualification to which you are being funded for, which means that you have to find other means of finance, so which means that NSFAS would not necessarily fund you for that. I think we need to make that very clear.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mtlotsi. Yes, we wanted to say that NFSAS funds you for your first degree, that this is a bridging course, but you've clarified it for us. Thank you, Dr. Mtlotsi. Mr. Masedi, we can excuse you, and then Dr. Mtlotsi will be here to answer some of the questions. I saw some of the questions are not related necessarily to the NDP program as we're talking about today, but we will try and answer them with the section head at just before the closing remarks. I'm going to now ask Ms. Kize, a UNISA alumni rather, who did this, who did the NDP program, to speak to us about her experience and just share with you students. Over to you, Ms. Mkize. Hello? I'm not sure if she's here. Okay, Ms. Sokwane, a communication specialist who also completed this NDP bridging course. She is in the meeting with us, so I'm going to ask her to please share her experience with us while we try and find Ms. Mkize. Over to you, Ms. Sokwane.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mkize. Good morning, Doctor. Good morning to the students and everybody present in the meeting. My name is Nozimanga Sokana. I am the communications specialist. I studied through UNISA. I did a national diploma in public relations. I actually started in 2006. So I was studying and working at the same time, and I was self-funding. So a diploma that was supposed to take me 4 years actually took me 7 years. And I graduated in 2013, and I wanted to further my studies and got career counseling. And through that, I was advised to take the bridging course because I love communications. So then I did this very same bridging course that we're talking about today. I did the 5 modules, which were the ones that Mr. Masedi was alluding to earlier, the 5 third-year modules. And I did that within a year. And in 2014, I completed that. And then I started a journey in 2015 where I did my BA Honors in Integrated Organizational Communication and graduated in 2016. And because I'm passionate for communications, about communications rather, then I further did my master's through UNISA and completed that degree in 2023. Yes. So yes, that is basically how it went. I'm open to any questions that may arise from this presentation.
Do you mind if I ask you to just switch on your camera for 2 seconds so that they could just see you, that you're there?
Okay, apologies. And sorry if you hear the background, I'm at work and I'm working for a mining company. You might hear machineries in the background, so I apologize in advance for that.
Okay, I have a question, a hand here. If you don't mind, Michelle, you can go first, and then R. Makutle. You can switch off your camera, sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Good day, ma'am. Can I ask what did you say you're working as what?
I am a
You are working.
I'm working as I head a
Okay.
communications department for the mining company I work for. So
Okay.
in the mining language, they would call that superintendent. So, but in corporate language, we'll just say you're a comms manager, you're a communications manager.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
R.
Michelle. Oh,
R.
okay.
Makutle, and then Karabo, you ask your question after. Well, you can ask your question, R. Makutle.
Greetings, ma'am. Thank you for your presentation. I just wanted to ask briefly, what would be your advice for a young person or somebody new stepping into the market of communications? How does one make herself different or employable in the market? Thank you.
Ms. Sokwane, did you hear the question? Nozmanga, you're muted.
Apologies. Apologies. I've been talking alone. My apologies. Is it Karabo that was asking the question?
Yes, it was Karabo.
Okay, Karabo, I think for me, I was fortunate in the fact that I was already working. I worked for the South African Police Services for a very long time, and I was still very young, trying to find where I would fit best. But I knew that I wanted to do something that has to do with internal and external relations, image and reputation management. And I work in various departments, and up until I found a communications department. So I grew within that department, even though I didn't stay with the police for the rest of my career. I was already employed. So I think employment is a very sensitive situation or sensitive issue for us in South Africa at this stage. But I forgot to mention also over and above the qualifications that I have, I registered with Public Relations Institute of South Africa, where one has an opportunity to interact with fellow colleagues that are from various faculties, and as a result you are able to keep in touch with what is happening in the market. You are able to be abreast of the latest trends in the market and where the opportunities are at that particular time. So I think making yourself visible, constantly creating some content, familiarizing yourself with what is happening around you. And I think also our institutions would, wherever you are, there would be opportunities that you can always find where you can volunteer perhaps, and up until a breakthrough comes through.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sokwane. So I want to then just revert back to the NDP, because that's what we're here for. We do have co-curricular sessions where you can ask questions about career positioning yourself and whatnot. So I'm so sorry to put you in that position, but thank you so much for sharing your experience with the students. I'm going to now ask Mr. Nuku Mujela, who is currently serving as one of our DPR lecturers within the institution, within the department, to share also about his experience doing the NDP bridging course. If you can just switch on your camera for 2 seconds before you proceed to speak. Thank you so much.
All right. Am I audible, colleagues? Good morning.
Yes, you are.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. On my camera. Colleague, are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm just going to turn off my camera for now. Good morning once again. Thank you so much, Program Director, and good morning to you, colleagues and students. My name is Nuku Mujela. I am a product of UNISA. I completed a national diploma. Actually, back then we had a national diploma in public relations management before this one in 2016. And then afterwards, I actually applied for BA honors in media studies. And then based on the procedure that we were following, we were required to follow, I was offered a space to enroll for NDP, non-degree purpose, where you have to do 5 final year modules for communication science degree. Mind you, before you apply for honors, you need to at least have 60% average in your final year module, DPR 3701, 3702, and so forth. Those final year modules that you see in your prospectus, you need to at least have a minimum of 60%. Then that will give you an admission into a NDP program. So on that NDP program, you have to do 5 final year modules for communication science degree, and then you need to have 60% average, right? And those 5 modules are semester modules. But you can do them all in one semester, but I do not encourage you guys to do that. Why? Because they are very, very intensive. You need to do research, you need to study and stuff like that, because the aim is not just to pass. The aim is to at least pass with 60% plus, so that you can be able to do your honors. So, and those modules, I see lots of questions in terms of asking about the fundings and so forth. There is no funding. Remember, NSFAS can only fund you for your first degree. They cannot fund you even if you do a certificate or you do something. You have to pay. And then when you're done, that's when you can be admitted to either Bachelor of BA Honors in Media Studies or BA Honors in Integrated Organizational Communication. So on my side, I went for Media Studies. Then, because at that point when I was doing those modules, I was already working as an intern at the Department of Trade and Industry under the Media Relations. Then after that, I completed my my honors, of which also I will advise you, please do not, when you get to honors, please do not register all 5 modules, please. Because if you register for those 5 modules, like this, some modules have got lots of assignments, 5 assignments, some they've got 4 assignments and plus exam. So you need to do lots of research. So I'll advise that at least do 3 modules this year, and then the following year, I'm talking about the honors, not the NDP, right? Because NDP is a semester module, so you can do 3 first semester and then 2 second semester. And then for honors, you need to do at least 3 modules, and then the remaining 2 you can finish with that. Be that the research modules, leave it for the final year of your honors. Then after my honors, I joined UNISA. Joined as an external marker. That time the requirement was just at least you need to have an honors degree for you to be an external marker. So I joined UNISA as an external marker, where I was marking the scripts for public relations students. And then after that, I think it was 6 months after, that's when I joined UNISA, where they advertised the post of the junior lecturer position. Then I applied, and then I joined UNISA in 2019 September as a lecturer. And then in 2020, I started with preparing myself for masters. In 2021, that's when I registered for my master's degree in journalism with Stellenbosch University, but then I had to come back to UNISA because I realized that I'm not that interested in journalism. Then I went back to UNISA to do my master's in communication science. So and recently I completed my master's. Actually, I got my results last month in June, and then I'll be graduating September, October period. So I can just tell you that it is doable. And then again, just to emphasize, you cannot do your NDP and go to UJ or go to TUT. Unfortunately, NDP is only catered for UNISA students. And for those that are coming, let's say maybe you come from UJ, you said like you want to come to UNISA to do NDP. It does not cater out students that did not do their qualification under UNISA. And then also while I was busy going through the chat, I saw a student asking, can I, after I'm done with the diploma and I move to BA Communication Science? Unfortunately, I don't think that is a good idea because communication science and public relations and media studies or journalism is the same field. Most of the career opportunities, like if you did that is why even when you see the internship, if they advertise and then you see the requirements, they will say national diploma public relations / communication science / journalism or / media studies, because they fall under one umbrella. So I wouldn't advise students to start a new BA degree from the scratch because these things are just the same things. So yeah, thank you so much, Madam Speaker, and over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mojela, for taking us through your lived experience with doing and completing this bridging course. We're going to take some questions. Some of the questions in the chat, our colleagues have been answering throughout the presentations, and even Mr. Mojela right now answered some of them. So I'm going to start with you again, Karabo. You may ask your question.
Thank you once again. I didn't get this clearly. I don't know if it was covered before, but my question is, after completing the NDP, will I still have to apply again for the honors, or as long as I pass the NDP, then that means I'm accepted for the honors?
Yes, you still apply to do your honors after you completed the masters. I mean, after you completed the NDP program.
And the pass mark, it must be 60%
and above.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Ponzo Malaji, you can ask your question. Please turn off your camera also.
Good morning, everyone. It's Ponzo Malaji, person who living with special needs. I joined UNISA in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, studying public relations. So far so good, and I've been waiting for this session. My question is about okay, now as I'm working as the NDP, you don't get the certificate, and now let's say I don't have that money to fund myself, but my organization can pay for me. So is it doable or it's not? That's my question.
So it's doable. You do need, for the NDP, we always recommend self-funding because there's no certificate that you received for doing the NDP program. So if your company is willing to give you funding to do that, then it's fine. But there's no certificate that you're going to receive, like when you receive your degree from the institution. It's gonna just be credited to your overall academic record so that you're able to register for the honors program. But self-funding is always the preferred or the best way to go about registering for the NDP. Rose, and then Farani first, and then Rose. You can ask your questions.
I just wanted to find out, is NDP only for DPR students only, or for any other qualifications, diploma qualifications?
Yes, it's for the students who are currently registered at UNISA for the DPR program.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks.
Rose and then Kulufelo.
Okay, it's clear that the NDP is self-funded, but after that, can NSFAS still help me with funding in terms of completing my honors? Thank you.
I can neither deny nor confirm that because, as far as I understand, NEFSAS has changed its rule over the years. They fund for the first degree. So you can apply and maybe inquire with the finance office. But I know for honors program, UNISA does have a grant which you can apply for postgraduate studies. But specifically for NAFSAs, please then inquire with them to receive the information because I don't want to confirm things because I know it has changed over the years. Kulufelo, your
Okay.
question?
Okay, hi guys, how are you? I have a question. So with this NTP that I'm doing, can I go with it and apply at other like institutions like your TET, UJ for an advanced, or can I just get my diploma and then apply for an advanced at TET or UJ?
Okay, so as Mr. Masedi did mention, it's specific for UNISA purposes. Because I cannot speak to the requirements at UJ. I cannot speak to the admissions requirements at UP. But the program is designed specifically for public relations students at UNISA who want to proceed to do their honors. So we're giving them the opportunity to do this bridging course, non-degree purposes course, for them to be eligible for their honors. So when it comes to the admission requirements for the other institution, I cannot speak to that. This is why we always say it's for UNISA purposes.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much for everybody who was able to attend this session. Yes, there will be questions, right? And you can proceed to send us an email to ask those questions, and we will send you guys the direct person within the department who you can correspond with when you have more questions about this session. I mean about this qualification, because we encourage our students to not just complete their diploma degree, but to also consider doing their honors. And while we were in the session, it also became clear to us that some students have questions about job opportunities, how to better position or place themselves. And the department currently has various co-curricular activities that are happening to speak to industry experts about what's happening within the industries, and they are in a better position to tell you as students or to educate you as students about bettering or positioning yourselves better. As such, we have an upcoming session which is on the 4th of, which is this coming Monday, between 10 and 11, where we'll be speaking about rethinking communications, media, and PR skills in an age of AI. Please attend this session so that you can receive information. We will circulate on the module site. We will circulate this poster. Attend that session so you can get as much information as you can. And because industry experts will be there, you can ask questions and they will be able to better assist you. And then to close off today, I would like to invite our section head for the PR public relations stream within the department, Dr. Elmon Mutlowutsi, to just wrap up for us and close off the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kosana, and thank you very much, colleagues, and thank you to our students. Just a bit of reminder, let's join the session. It's going to be very helpful to you, but to also ease your frustrations to some of you whom the NDP issue might be even be frustrating you. So we working so hard. I saw Prof. Mzanani is on the call with us, but I can confirm to you, colleagues, that I'm one of the people who are also heading the development of the advanced diploma in our section. So once this has been proposed, has been finalized, so you to ease your nerves, because you'll be able to do your diploma and then do the advanced diploma and then proceed to do the honors. So some of the things that I can also share with you just in the meeting is that we are also developing modules that are also futuristic in a way that they also cover some of the things that we might need to also develop in the industry, even for those some of you who might be doing the NTP and then do your honors. We also welcome you once we have developed the advanced diploma to please join us, and we'll also be chatting with you as part of our students so that you can give us ideas in terms of how we can better offer the qualification. Just a brief overview, we have proposed the following modules for the advanced diploma just in case. We have communication management and leadership, strategic communication, advanced public relations research, political public relations and campaigns. So these are some of the modules that we're proposing for the advanced diploma, and we hope that we'll finish, but you must bear with us that you may want to do the NDP for now, because the processes of the advanced diploma are so long. But firstly, let me take this opportunity to thank Mrs. Kosana and her team for organizing this session, to thank Ms. Siete, who have managed to help Mr. Masedi with the presentation of the slides, and Mr. Masedi for his informative presentations, and also our alumni who have managed to share their experiences with our students. So what you must understand with the NDP is that we try and cater our students at UNISA so that you are able to proceed with your qualifications going up. So we want to take this opportunity to thank you, our students, for having joined this session, and we hope that we will also join other sessions that we'll organize as the department, and particularly as the section, because what we are trying to do is that we are trying to share as much information with you as we can so that we can be able to assist you where we can. So I want to thank all the colleagues who have joined us from the section, even from the department who have managed to join us on this session today. Colleagues, it's your work and your time is really appreciated, and I think our students will benefit from this. So let's join on Monday. So I'll just share the poster on the chat so that colleagues, you are able to join. So let's join this from 10 to 12:30 on Monday. So you will hear from experts. I can give you a snapshot that will be having someone from Standard Bank, will have someone from CSR, even from the Medical Aid Council. People who are well vested in the communication space will provide you with some of the soft skills that we might not teach you in class, that you may want to do extra so that you are competitive in the market. So as we navigate this very difficult changing environment, we hope that all of us through co-creation with you as our students will be able to navigate this. So thank you very much, Mrs. Kosana, and thank you to colleagues, and I hope everybody will continue to have a lovely day ahead, and I hope we'll see many of you on Monday when we have that interactive section. Thank you so much.
All right, that brings us to the end. Thank you, Dr. Mutluwutsi, of our session today. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you, students, for joining us. Please, 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 on your module site, you will find the link to the session that we'll be having on Monday. We look forward to having you there and for the engagement. I will now end the recording. Thank you for your time.